Those 1996 cutscenes. Okay guys, welcome to Harvester. This game came out about 1996. It was originally for MS-DOS. It required basically the use of a CD-ROM because it had like 3 CDs to it. So basically, this was one of the last, if not the last, FMV game released for the PC, at least FMV point-and-click adventure. There was some controversy about it when it was first released because basically it is very violent, very gory. But what's funny is the fact that the developers tried to actually get this game added to the list of most violent games released by a Congress member. In other words, they were basically trying to milk that shit as much as they could, you know, for the extra controversy and fame and whatnot. And yeah, I don't think it worked out too well, but the game does have a bit of a cult following, har har. I hadn't played it before this. I'd heard quite a lot about it over the years, and always wanted to play it. And I figured, what the hell, you know, this is the Halloween special, so let's do it. All right, we got one short comment from some guy, real quick. Yeah, it looked a wee bit frustrating. Yeah, it was. If the engine wasn't so fucking janky, it would have been a lot better. And if that street would have been laid out a little bit better, it wouldn't have been quite so bad. But the way everything was set up was just kind of a pain in the ass. I mean, you had to move quickly in a game that previously didn't have you moving all that fucking quickly. Because Lucius 1 didn't really require it much, and Lucius 2 didn't require it much either. I mean, at the very end of Lucius 1, yes, but still. You know, anyway, let's get on with this. It's your typical fare. You can examine stuff, and of course, when you see an icon like this, it means you can use it. And don't worry, it's fully voiced for the parts where you have to talk to somebody. No, we're going to see right now.
What? Leave me alone, Steve, or I'll tell Mom on you.
Steve, are you talking to me?
Yeah, only I don't want to be, because I'm trying to watch my cowboy show.
I'm sorry. Look, I'm telling you, I need your help. I've lost my memory.
Have not. Cut it out.
I'm telling you the truth.
You always were a kidder, Steve. Leave me alone. I'm sick.
Have you noticed that your show is in black and white?
What else? Color? On a TV?
Well, I think I've seen a colored television before.
Have not. Quit it or I'm gonna tell.
Hey, look at that. Your mother lets you watch this stuff?
Sure. This is part of history. What made America great. And besides, blood and guts are needed.
You're right, so
I'm glad you're catching on, Steve. You're not too bad for a lousy rat.
What's wrong with you?
I got a headache and a stomachache.
Then why aren't you in bed?
'Cause I want to watch my cowboy show.
You look all right to me.
I'm not faking. I couldn't go to school because I'm sick. Daddy's sick in bed too. And Mom believes me anyway. So shut up.
Your dad is asleep?
He and Mom went at it last night pretty hard. He stayed in bed. I saw what she did to him. It was pretty bad.
What did she...
Like you don't know. I saw you and her on the couch last Wednesday night. Guess that's why she's grounded now, huh? Too bad you wouldn't pay me and I had to tell, huh?
What are you talking about? What girl?
What? Is there another one too? Wait till I tell.
I don't know what girl you're talking about.
All summer, it's been Stephanie this and Stephanie that. And now you don't remember? You think I'm dumb or something?
No, I just can't remember anything, like I said.
Well, you better remember quick, 'cause the wedding's in 2 weeks.
What?
Leave me alone so I can watch TV! I said I don't want to talk about her anymore.
That's a weird-looking television. Come to think of it, this whole place looks totally retro.
What do you mean retro? All TVs look alike.
Sure, basically. But this is one old-fashioned clunker.
Old-fashioned? It's brand new.
Yeah, but look at the tube. Where's the remote control?
What's that?
Now that I think about it, I can't remember.
And what was that you said about retro rockets?
No, retro. It means... Oh man, I know what I mean. That everything here is wrong. But I can't picture the difference.
Then shut up and quit bugging me. I'm watching my cowboy show.
Have you noticed that your show is...
What?
Well, hey, look at...
Shit, what made him in this?
sorry.
Well, you can't stop me, so let me alone. Or else.
Okay, well, shit, I can't get
Good.
it.
Finally.
If you manage to do it correctly, it shows you a... Leave me alone,
there
we go.
will ya? This is the good part.
Okay, there we go.
Good.
Yeah, the little kid's a little bit creepy. These cookies are hot out of the oven. Freshly baked cookies are in the trash can. Let's find out why.
Well, hello there. How about some cookies? There's plenty of rejects in the trash.
Who are you?
That's a fine way to talk to your mother.
You're my mother?
That's right. Though sometimes I get treated like the hired help around here.
I don't remember you.
Of course you don't. Until you need your socks washed.
No, you don't understand. I can't remember where I am or even who I am.
Land's sake, stop your joshing, won't you? Honestly, Steve, I thought you'd grow up a little after graduation. I only hope that new job will plant your feet on the ground.
So that's my name. Steve.
Your name will be M.U.D. Mud if you don't stop teasing me, young man.
Listen, this may sound strange, but I've lost my memory. Do you believe me?
Well, you always were a kidder, Steve.
I'm serious.
Sure, and next you'll be telling me you don't remember Hank and your little sister.
Okay, there's a lot to talk to her about, though.
Sister?
Shh, you'll wake her. I just put her down to sleep. If she wakes up, she'll just want to eat again. Darn it, I'm busy, and if you think I'm going to play along with this nonsense, you're crazier than Sparky down at the firehouse.
Fine. Maybe I am crazy. I can't rule that out. Why can't you just help me a little? Is that too much to ask?
Now you've done it. Are you happy? Poor baby. There. Did your brother scare you? Let me see. Darn that wasp woman. She's a monster, that's what she is.
Wasp?
Tetsuya Crumb is going to hear about this. I want you to go to her house right now and give her a piece of my mind.
I don't know where she lives.
Honestly, you can't miss a house covered with paper nests. Steve, you tell her to mind her own beeswax or by golly, I'll take it up with the PTA. Or the lodge.
Lodge.
What lodge?
The Hall of the Order of the Harvest Moon, Steve. It's just the finest place in Harvest, and the most exclusive.
What's so great about it?
Hard to say, since hardly anyone gets inside. But it wouldn't be so exclusive if it wasn't just wonderful. Just like the new Reynolds dishwasher with their patented auto-dry process, TM. I've never used one, but I know I want it. Instead of sulking around the house all day, why not walk over to the lodge and apply for membership? That's wonderful, Steve. If you got into the lodge, you'd be the talk of Harvest. Harvest is a town unlike any you've ever known.
In what way?
I don't have time to go into it now. Why not take a walk around town and pester someone else? I'm busy.
Oh, whoops, I gotta spell it right.
And just who is Stephanie?
Don't you dare toy with that sweet girl. If you start in on her with all this amnesia poop, she'll think her fiancé is having second thoughts about the wedding.
Fiancé? This is insane!
Oh, you're not having second thoughts about marrying Stephanie? Is that what this silliness is all about? Pre-wedding jitters?
Can something like that produce amnesia?
Stop this foolishness right now and count your blessings. Stephanie is great at cooking and cleaning.
What's cooking and cleaning got to do with anything?
Honestly, boys are so dense. What else is there for a wife but cooking and cleaning? You may not appreciate a hot meal on a clean plate when it's there, but if it wasn't, we'd hear about it soon enough, I'll bet.
You're saying that's all there is to marriage? Cooking and cleaning?
Well, you'll have to ask your father about that, but I'm sure Stephanie will do her duty when the time comes.
Gotta ask this, and then we'll get out of here.
Bless your innocence, but there are certain disgusting truths that go along with marriage. Facts that can't be disguised by sheets which wrap around the contours of flexing go-go's and bouncing legs. You can't know what I'm talking about, and that's best. When the time comes to make a baby with Stephanie, you'll have to make your peace with the fact that when a farmer plants his seed, he can't help but get some nasty dirt on his hoe.
Alright.
Don't forget to put the papers out for Jimmy. You know how he gets.
You might notice that the people here are a little unhinged seeming. Okay, well, we access our inventory by clicking directly on the person. It tells us what day we are. This actually tells us what our health is, so we're healthy right now. Because you can get hurt in this, and of course, you just click on the item you want, and we'll give this little bastard the
Hey,
paper.
Steve, I'm Jimmy James. Remember me?
I guess not.
There now. See how easy it is? Things are so much better between us when you remember the paper in the morning. And let's keep them that way.
Yeah, see, that's what's kind of weird about this. He doesn't deliver the paper, he picks up the previous paper, apparently. Well, I'm going to save here. Okay, this was a bit of a shock to me the first time I did this. It was pretty fucking hysterical, but it was also kind of shocking. Allow me to demonstrate. Yep, the little bastard mows you down, and this game actually punishes you for fucking up. You can also fuck up in conversations and things like that. But that was a real big shock whenever I just, I found out you can attack by hitting right click. And I punched that little kid in the face and he pulls out a piece and just wastes my ass. It was just like, what the fuck? But it goes to just how twisted and strange this particular town is.
See you later, alligator. See you.
Okay, I can't talk to him, but I need to get something for him. Well, let's first go to the abandoned house.
It's not often that I get visitors.
Are you the wasp woman?
I am Tetsuo Crumb. The ignorant of harvest call me the wasp woman. A pejorative, no doubt, born of fear and a poverty of imagination.
I don't understand.
The politics of honey, the Judeo-Christian rites of sacrifice and conventional taboos against unbridled pleasure are all responsible for the prejudice against wasps. Yes, a great deal of pleasure. The wasp is a sensual being, not a laborer, hedonistic instead of industrial. Some think them quick to anger. In truth, they are easily swayed to ecstasy. They penetrate your flesh, and the muscular contractions in their thorax as they pump venom could be likened to the muscular contractions of ejaculation. Each painful welt, an act of love. Regard the wasp. Wasps produce nothing for others, but only for themselves. Wasps build nests and more wasps, nothing more. They spread into eaves and attics, not to make honey for supermarkets, but to buzz and rustle on their own paper, perpetuating their own agenda, growing stealthily, surely, the most relentless of insects.
Got the harvester symbol on its eye.
Innocent children, what better way to describe the wasp? Carefree, wild, beautiful things. If they wish to share their love with babies, or any of the rest of you ignorant hicks, that is not my concern.
Yeah, I was going to say too, she's talking about wasps just do only for themselves and for no others. That sounds an awful lot like certain people in our current political scene today, but I'm not going to get into that.
When a bee stings, it rips itself apart and dies for its audacity. This appeals to those raised worshipping a god that demands sacrifice and atonement. But the wasp is promiscuous. They are not as sympathetic to the masses because they don't die when they sting. They live to sting another day, and they take pleasure from it.
Okay, that's enough from her. Okay, well, we need to go, general store, I think. And in order to actually buy anything from this lady, you need to pay her straight out. The only thing a quarter will buy you is an adult magazine.
A girly magazine? Why, Steve, I'm surprised at you. I'd expect that sort of thing from Deputy Loomis, but never from you. He's always coming in here oogling the girly magazines behind my counter. Darned if I'd sell him one, though. I know his wife, for heaven's sakes.
Well, will you sell me one?
I certainly will, Steve. That kind of interest is healthy for a young fellow. Steers him away from being a fireman.
Okay, yeah. Well, there we go. We got the adult magazine. Can't look at it, though. Well, we got that. And there's a copy machine in there, too, that you'll have to use for another puzzle. But we'll get down to that puzzle, like, right now. Police. Actually, we'll go to the newspaper building. If you talk to the little kid out in front of your house, the one that picks up papers, he talks about how the newspaper building burnt down. And we need to come down here and look at this. Examine the shovel, yes. Acquire the shovel. And use it on the ashes. We have the flyer for the bake sale. A postal worker's button, and it looks like it was ripped from the cloth. That's all as far as I can recall. I did a little, like I said, did a little playthrough of this, and read a little bit of the guide. Didn't get very far, because like I said, I was saving most of this for later. And we'll go to the school. Talk to this creepy son of a bitch.
Steve, good of you to drop by, big guy. Haven't seen you since graduation. A lot of changes, I hear.
You could say that.
Good, good. That's a nice part of my job. Turning fine young men and women out into the world, and then watching them prosper. Of course, I was able to reach more people at the old Sentinel, God bless her. But then again, I never got to see the results of my work up close before.
Who are you?
You know very well I'm Mr. Harold, principal of Gain Memorial. Steve, I've heard about this amnesia nonsense. I had hoped you'd be in the lodge by now, fine young fellow like yourself. But now, I think maybe you need a little more quality time.
What do you mean, quality time?
Some, like Miss Whaley, favor stern discipline, corporal punishment, as a means of socialization. Myself, I temper discipline with love. Quality time can be such a warm, sharing experience. After just a few sessions, you'd stop this amnesia nonsense and become a productive member of society and a fit candidate for the lodge. You turned out pretty good. Except for that amnesia nonsense.
It's not nonsense.
Well, you always were a kidder, Steve. Maybe you need a little straightening out. Oh, the things I could do to you. You'd be a much finer young man with just a little quality time.
Yeah, fuck this guy. We're out of here.
Drop in again soon. Adult education is a wonderful thing, as is adult quality time.
Look stunned and zombie-fied up. You'll find out why.
My goodness, class, this is Stephen. He used to be a student here at Gein Memorial. Say hello, class. They're reticent. The educator's greatest problem today is the apathy of the students.
What's wrong with their
heads? I can tell you in one word, Stephen. Discipline. Thank goodness you weren't a sulky bear. You were always a smiley bear.
Then you remember me?
Excuse me.
Not as such. So many pupils, Stephen. They come and they go. But I can always spot those who were nice boys. You can tell from the forehead. The lobes. Right, class? I'm glad you stopped by, Stephen. Would you care to say a few words to the class about civic responsibility?
Not really. I was just passing through.
Oh, but you must, Stephen. A positive role model might be just the thing to inspire these little monsters. Stephen, have you any questions for me? Or shall I continue with class? Ask away then. We don't practice corporal punishment here. I've never believed in that old adage, spare the rod and spoil the child. A rod is too thin, but a baseball bat? That bridges the generation gap quite nicely. Oh dear, Colonel Crow is conducting another air raid drill. Everyone into the hallway, quick!
If an A-bomb hits, what good is it gonna do to duck and cover?
My stars, that was exciting.
Yeah, bye.
Stop by anytime, Stephen.
Alright, I think we got the right events triggered. Hopefully. Walk out the door, dude. Okay, I'll do the meat plant, then I'll go to the police station. Oh yeah, I need to go talk to Stephanie too. A lot of shit to do on day one. I don't think I'll be finishing day one, but it's kind of the plan.
How's your father? Is he better?
About the same, I guess.
He's been away from work for weeks, and when I call your house, your mother won't let me talk to him.
I haven't seen him either.
This is a fine kettle of fish, I must say. Though I am glad to see you taking an interest in the business in your dad's absence.
Who are you?
Aw, Steve, I didn't want to believe that amnesia hokum. Now you're saying you don't remember your pal Pat O'Reilly? You may come to realize that this business is not for everybody. Just ask your poor, ill dad. It takes dedication and a strong stomach. A lot of times, when I'm finished scrubbing up and digging the bits of intestine out from my fingernails, I must confess I don't have much appetite for red meat. But red meat is one of the principal food groups, and you've got to have it. So when you can do this all day and help yourself to a juicy red steak afterwards, then by golly, you can call yourself a butcher. Of course, amnesia would certainly help that, wouldn't it?
Meat.
Come to think of it, I don't see any cattle around here. Where do you keep the animals?
Does it matter? The end product is all the customer cares about, Steve. And we only carry the finest meat, only the juiciest cuts. Once you take over the business, you'll realize the importance of meat. If we didn't, would the lodge use us to cater their affairs? Your father's very particular about the profit, Steve. No freebies for anyone. But seeing how you're his son, if you'll bring written permission from your father, I'll give you the meat. There are certain tricks of the trade, Steve. Once your dad gets better and you start working in here cutting up the meat, you'll be privy to them. There's always cheaper, better ways to do things, if you're creative.
Okay, yeah, we're out of here.
Don't be such a stranger, Steve. And my best to your dad.
Okay. Alright, well, damn it. Alright, first I'm gonna go talk to Stephanie, because we do have to do that. That's necessary. And... oh, there's a hotel over here. I didn't even notice that. There's a mortuary, there's a hotel. Okay. I think that's the one. Yes, it is.
There he is, my future son-in-law. And how's he doing today? What brings him to the Potsdam household? Huh? Oh, you'll have to ask the missus about that. Stephanie's grounded to the wedding. Can't have her changing her mind at the last minute. Not with all that meat at stake.
I haven't seen my father. He's locked in a room.
He's not going to die, is he?
Like I said, I don't know. That woman, Mom, tends to him herself.
Well, next time you see him, be sure to tell him that I said hello. And tell him that I'm praying for his speedy recovery. And also, would you remind him about the meat? Especially about the meat.
Yeah, fine. If I see him.
You should be more concerned. If he dies, then who's going to take over the slaughterhouse? Who's going to tend to the meat? I guess as his son, you'd take over, right? I can't imagine a better job than working in a slaughterhouse.
Now what the hell?
Sure, it'd be just dandy. And you can't argue with success. Everyone in Harvest gets their meat from your dad. What a grand business to go into. Oh, sure, cutting animals open may not be much fun. Reaching into their bodies and yanking out the bloody guts, intestines dangling and slapping against you, the smell of death and shit in your nostrils all the time. Well, those are all definite cons. The guts have been washed into the gutters. What are you left with? Meat. Rows and rows of scrumptious red meat.
Okay, bye.
Hello, Steve. Have you flossed today? Well, Stephanie is grounded, Steve.
Why?
I'm sure I don't know. Mr. Poston has sent her to her room, and in her room she'll stay until Mr. Poston says otherwise. Probably until the wedding. Mr. Poston feels there's too much at stake to allow Stephanie to run around loose.
She doesn't want to get married either, huh?
Are you saying you don't want to marry my daughter?
I don't know your daughter, Mrs. Potsdam. Why is she grounded? Afraid she'll run away before the wedding?
No! She's as delighted as we are about the wedding, every bit as delighted as we are. But she might get hit by a car, or a falling piano, or who knows what. Mr. Poston wants us all to be one happy family, and he doesn't want to risk anything happening at the last minute. I don't see any reason why not. You mustn't be too hard on Mr. Poston, Steve. He's a disappointed man. No matter how many lodge admission forms he fills out, they keep turning him down. He has a new application in, though, so keep your fingers crossed. If he joins the lodge, you and Stephanie can have your wedding in the Chapel of Love, rather than over at Moynihan's place. Mr. Moynihan runs the Wayward Hotel and the Shady Oaks Funeral Parlor. It's rumored he has connections with the lodge, but the order keeps that kind of thing secret. So Mr. Poston has tried to get him to put in a good word for his lodge application, but so far...
Okay, yeah.
Give my regards to your parents.
Okay, where's the fucking exit? There it is. Alright, going upstairs. Wait, no, I don't want to do this yet. I want to go over here. Oh yeah, I need to get in the habit of saving, because if you screw up, it will fuck you completely. Okay, now the significance of that, other than being a little bit of titillation, was the minor little fact that there's a fucking peephole from the bathroom into her room. So, who else lives in the house? Her purported mom and dad. Think about that one for a minute.
Who are you? What are you doing in my room?
Haven't you heard? We're getting married.
So, you're the one. Steve, isn't it?
You mean you don't know me?
I mean, I don't know anyone. I don't remember anything. How many times do I have to say it?
Just once, Stephanie, because I can't remember a damn thing either.
Really? Oh God, I thought it was just me.
You're not alone. Can you tell me what's going on here?
Those people downstairs have locked me in my room. They say I'm grounded until the wedding. They claim to be my parents. I can't dispute it because I can't remember for sure one way or the other, but it doesn't feel right. Do you have any idea where you do belong?
No, but I'm fairly sure I don't belong in Harvest.
Yeah. I can't remember anything, but I feel in my heart that the woman downstairs is not my mother. She's like this thing, like a parody, a bad joke with mother as the punchline. Does that make any sense? I'm glad I'm not the only one who sees it that way. I thought I was going crazy.
Join the club. But we can't both be crazy, Stephanie.
Either way, something really weird is going on here. I've got to escape, and so do you. Because in a way, whether you know it or not, I think we're both grounded.
Escape?
Harvest is a prison, Steve. Don't forget that. Of course I'm right. Everything in Harvest seems to revolve around this damned lodge, this Order of the Harvest Moon. They're responsible for this insane bake sale that's coming, and for the Harvest Blood Drive, too. When people talk about the lodge, it's always in this hushed, reverent tone. Mom keeps telling me that women can't join, but she keeps pressuring me to get you to join.
She's not the only one who wants me to sign on with the lodge.
That's probably the worst thing you could do.
You think the lodge is some kind of trap?
I think all of Harvest is a trap.
That's true. Maybe joining the lodge is the way out.
Look, why not explore the town a little? I can't get out of here, but if I could, that's what I'd do. Maybe you can figure out what's happening here without going anywhere near the lodge.
You're really afraid of the lodge, aren't you?
I look at that building, all lit up at night, and I get scared.
I mean, look at the damn thing. Seem like a harmless bunch of Masons to you?
Okay.
Come back and visit me soon, okay?
Alright, now we're gonna go get the main, well, quest, I guess you could say, bumped along. Alright, hunting for the exit sign. Where is the exit? How do I get out of this fucking house? Right, here we go. Okay, that's... yeah, down here at the police station. There's the sheriff and there's Loomis, and we're going to save again. Give him his nudie magazine.
Oh, I seen you brung me a girly picture book. Oh, don't give me it now. Come back when the sheriff's at lunch. Say a little afternoon, and you'll be right as rain in my book, kiddo.
Okay, so can't do it right now, so we're gonna just walk outside and walk back in. Everything's all good now.
Oh, by George. Oh, by Jiminy. Oh, this here's the real thing. Oh, can I have it? Oh, thank you, Steve. Excuse me, kiddo. I gotta go check the jail for clean towels.
And now we're going to rob his desk. We have the evidence room key. We have a note and a checkbook. And now, we get the key out. Bathroom kid's missing his razor. Don't care about cigarettes. And we need the sneakers for that little paper boy. Piece of shit. There's one more item I think we need. Lawn darts are illegal. A vital clue in the mysterious Jolly Fat Man murder spree. Fucking Santa hat. Empty gas can. Alright.
Hello, Steve. Where's Loomis?
You'll be coming around the mountain if you come. Oh, that's it.
Loomis, damn you!
Wait, no.
You pervert!
No!
Straining up the mattress again! Folding up the towels! Tiny snake!
Yeah, howling like a dog. That's just fucking weird. But like I said, there's a lot of unhinged and really weird shit happening in this town. If you haven't figured it out already. Okay, so let's go back to the diner. I think, okay, yeah, he's sitting right here, so... Actually, just for the hell of it, I'll show you one of the death scenes I did manage to discover. Get his checkbook out. Saved, so...
Now, where did you get these, Steve? That's a felony, boy. I could lock you up for that.
But you won't, because Boyle burned down the newspaper building, and I've got proof that you've been blackmailing him to keep it quiet.
Yeah, but you see, boy, you brought the originals here with you. You see your mistake? When you're gonna blackmail somebody, you don't bring the goods with you. What's to stop me from taking them away and killing you right now? You know, boy, I just don't believe you. If you were that smart, you'd have shown me the copies, not the originals. Who knows? I think I'll just have to take my chances.
Now, he doesn't shoot you, he puts you in the fucking electric chair.
Somebody help me! What do you people want from me?
Too late for that, boy. Ain't it, Sergeant?
Indeed it is, Sheriff. Answers may only be found in the lodge, and you must be alive to seek them.
Yep, there are a lot of ways to die in this game. I think I have enough time to show you one more way to die, but, you know.
Hi, what's your name?
Karen,
What are you doing?
playing. My mom is working, so I gotta stay out of her hair. Wanna play?
Not now, maybe later.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Okay, that establishes who she is.
Steve, what are you doing sneaking up on me like that? God, for a second I thought you were Mr. Johnson. What would you like to order? Well, you're in Edna's Diner. That ought to be your first clue.
I thought this was DNA's diner.
Very funny. If certain customers would stop pretending to have amnesia and order some food, maybe I could afford to get that sign fixed. Might even be able to buy enough extra letters to spell Fitzpatrick.
I'm not pretending.
Now, Steve, faking amnesia won't help anything. If you don't want to marry Stephanie, then don't. But don't play sick, for heaven's sake. I'd expect that from Karen, not an 18-year-old.
Okay, well, anyway, that's,
Stop by anytime.
I get her character established while we're here. Okay, taking the screwdriver, because we need the screwdriver. Not right now, but we will need it. Okay, checkbook. into the copier. Okay. I think I did this right. Otherwise, I'm gonna ride the lightning again.
Hello there, Steve.
No, just here looking around.
Oh, I forgot. You're...
Okay, yeah, I don't care.
Now, don't be like that, Edna. It's a great...
Then...
That's right.
Okay, yeah, whatever, dude. Fuck off.
You need to forget about it, boy. I don't interfere in school discipline. I leave that to the profession. Heck, there isn't a psychiatrist around who'd disagree about what a calming influence a dent in the head can be. You can't argue with science, Steve. It's bigger than all of us.
Okay, well, anyway.
Stop on buying it.
That shuts him up now. Copy of note.
Now, where did you get these, Steve? I guess not. Of course, I could kill you right now.
But you won't, because I've got the original checks, which prove that Boyle burned down the newspaper building, and that you've been blackmailing him to keep it quiet. I've hidden them. Anything happens to me, they might turn up. Soon.
Uh-huh. All right. You've got me, boy. Tell you what. I'd give you one of Sheriff Dwayne's custom deluxe get-out-of-jail-free cards. That is, if I catch you doing something, I'll look the other way. Once. That's the deal. How about it? All right. Just bring me the originals, and we'll close the deal. So, you brought them after all, did you?
That's right. And you said something about a get-out-of-jail-free card?
Yeah. But can you give me a good reason why I shouldn't just kill you right now?
I think I might have fucked up.
Yeah, you did it up right, Steve. Guess my best play is to pay up. And next time I catch you for something, I owe you one. And no hard feelings.
Okay, so I got the get-out-of-jail-free card. Good. Alright, well, we're gonna go to the missile base, which is like really fucking strange because there's literally missiles, nuclear missiles, bombers, and whatnot here. Of course, they're B-17 bombers, so kind of really strange considering at this point in time they were using B-29s. But let's save because just in case we might have fucked up. I need to label it better than that, but I'm not worried about it. This guy, I discovered him pretty early on because I was really curious when I was test playing it. This guy is more likely to kill you than actually let you succeed, so...
Who goes there?
They tell me my name is Steve.
All right. This is Section 21. Keep your distance, son. I wouldn't want to have to blow your head off.
That makes two of us.
So you're the amnesiac, huh? Just another draft-dodging ploy the way I see it. But at least you're not an alien. You see their ships every now and then. Sometimes swell bags one in the woods.
Who are you?
Colonel Buster Monroe, commander of the Harvest Nuclear Missile Installation, keeping America safe from those who would dye our flag red, white, and pink.
These are nuclear missiles?
Goddamn right they are. Every one of them ready to rain death on the Ruskies. All I gotta do is hit the button and blammo! The price of vodka goes through the roof. Along with the vodka.
Well, I suppose you have, you know, safeguards against accidents?
Safeguards? Don't be such a weak sister. There are no safeguards. This is the 50s.
Then you have sole control of the missiles.
That's right. Been in charge here since WW2. I got my lower torso shot off in the war. Those pantywaists in Washington wanted to stick me behind a desk. To hell with that. They owed me. I left my legs in Dusseldorf. They owed me. Of course, they felt that after the trauma of having to crawl from Germany to England trailing my intestines behind me, I was too emotionally unstable to continue in the military. That's why they gave me this nice cushy job and put me in charge of the nuclear missiles.
Because you want an emotionally unstable person fucking, handling nuclear missiles.
Aside from your commie bastard, your alien from another planet is the greatest threat to our democratic way of life. Did you know that 90% of sightings occur within the area of military installations? Hell, I shoot at them whenever I see their ships fly over. My bullets ping harmlessly off of their hulls. I suspect those things operate out of the Lodge. Just try to convince anyone in Harvest of that. I tell you, son, a nuclear holocaust would be preferable to a takeover by big-headed aliens from Pluto. Lucky for us, I'll be making that call when the time comes.
Okay.
Remember.
Okay, so we got that part done. I'm gonna just save real quick. Then I'm gonna tell him the wrong fucking answer. Pretty sure I can get him to...
Halt! It's just... What do you want? Did the llamas send you? I knew it. They won't leave me alone. Them and the kookaburras. 9! 9!
Yeah, he's a nutball, alright. Of course, so's everybody else in this fucking town. Alright, that's enough of him. Let's go to the post office and get an application for the, I think I've got everything done, get the application. For the lodge, of course.
Yes?
I need some help, Mr.
Postmaster Boyle, what can I do for you today? Sorry, youngster, we're out of applications right now.
Come on, you must have one around here somewhere.
Well, I do have the master, but you can't write on that. And I only make copies once a month, on the button, regular as clockwork. It's not the effort, son. It's the principle. We must adhere to our standards. They're all that stand between civilization and chaos. I'm sorry, you'll just have to come back in a month, same as anyone else. And even then, I can't guarantee you'll get an application. The line is always long, and there are never enough to go around.
It's very important that I get in quickly.
That's what they all say. Postmaster Boyle, I'll just die if I don't get into the lodge. I can't make an exception, young man. It just wouldn't be right.
Okay, well in that case...
Next time you post, don't... My button. Why, I lost that months ago. Where did you find it?
Funny thing, that. I found it in the ashes. At the newspaper building.
What are you implying? That I had something to do with setting the fire? Preposterous. Why, 100 people must have visited that site since the fire. You just try showing that button to Sheriff Duane, son. He'll laugh you right out of his office. Sorry, son. No time to talk. What's that you say? Oh, yes. My button. It's been missing for months now. I keep meaning to get another, but, well, the button's very distinctive. I'd have to file an S-411 with Washington to get another, and I just don't need the extra paperwork. Sure wish I could find it. It's been missing.
Oh, shit.
I certainly don't wish to discourage you from joining, young man. That's just...
Okay.
Next time you post. That interests me.
Oh, okay, damn. What else do I have to give him? I'm gonna find out real quick. I'm about out of time, but looking at the oh, I might have fucked up. I think I gave him the give everything to the sheriff too fast. Okay, nope, nothing in there. Yeah, shit, I might have just fucked up. Well, damn it. It's hard to believe that there would actually be a way to completely screw yourself like this without the game actually ending. So,
My button.
Funny thing.
What do you... And what if I did? I guess I'd be pretty grateful to anyone who could help get me off the hook.
How?
You seem like a capable lad. Hypothetically, let's say there was a gas can sitting in the evidence room at the sheriff's office. A gas can which might have some incriminating prints on it. Someone might be very grateful for the return of that gas can. Say, grateful enough to provide whoever returned it with a lodge application. Oh, and Steve, you'll keep this to yourself. If you're smart. Oh my God, I can't believe it. After all this time.
Where's my application, Boyle?
Here, take it. With my thanks. You know, this morning as I was making my rounds, I noticed an awful lot of television aerials on the roofs. Seems like more and more each day. You got me this can just in time, youngster. I may have need of it again.
What do you mean?
There's another reason why Sheriff Dwayne didn't investigate the Sentinel fire. If you'd like to get something else on the blackmailing bastard, check around the television station. While you still can.
well, that's a pretty good little tip. And I think that's where we're going to go call it. Actually, I planned on calling it at the lodge, but TV station's probably just as good as any. Yeah, because I'm pretty much out of time. But before we do that, let's use the pin on the lodge application. And of course, you fill it out. Can't really read it because, you know, low resolution. Yeah, the old FMV games, the resolution of the videos and other assets were not always the greatest. Alright guys, well anyway, that's most of the first day of Harvester. The other days should be shorter, I believe, because this is basically setting up the plot and whatnot. This is annoying. I'm going to go outside. And so basically we're going to continue through this and discover what the hell the deal with this place is. But that's going to wait until next time, so I will see you guys then.